Welcome to Maths, where I will be sharing some nuggets on how to compute some mathematical problems. So today we are going to start with the basic maths, which I think can also be very helpful to you. Okay, let's kickstart our videos and I hope you learn. So today I will start with what we call directed numbers. And I think these are the basics in maths that you should know. If you don't have the basics, then it means we cannot go far. So you need to understand the basics. Let's start with our lesson plan. We are starting with defining directed numbers. What are they? These are positive and negative numbers. And then we need to move on to BA, add and subtract directed numbers, where we need to also follow the rules that will be unveiled there. Then also we need to be in position to multiply and divide directed numbers. Remember, our focus today is understanding directed numbers. Directed numbers. I think this is the basics that you need to know from Form 1 up to up to university. Those basics are very critical. So you need to understand the basics. Then our key terms today, we've got directed numbers, examples, +1, -1/2, we've got -10. These are some of the. Okay, those who are coming across my videos for the first time, I think you can contact me for your private lessons, O-level accounting, O-level mathematics, O-level business studies, A-level business studies, economics. I think you can contact me. We can have intensive revision, be sharing effective study skills, rigorous question and answer practice, and continuous interaction using our Zoom application. That is my number for both SIMSEC in Cambridge. I'll be ready to learn with Sir Jef SJM. So today, let's start with the rule number 1. What do we do on rule number 1? Rule number 1, where we are adding directed numbers. Number 1, if signs are the same. I think that's very important there. If signs are the same. If signs are the same, please remember that. Let me just try to repeat that. If signs are the same, if we are working with same signs, what we are supposed to do is number 1, part A, the same. What you do, you add the numbers. Okay, you add the two numbers. You add the two numbers. So the key term there is you add the two numbers. If signs are the same. Okay, if signs are are the same. If signs are the same, you add the two numbers. What is step number 2? What is step number 2? If you add the two numbers, you are supposed to now do something on the sides. Okay, so let me move on to the next slide. If signs are the same, what do we do? You maintain the sign. Okay, you maintain the sign. Let's have an example: +2 +4. The answer is your first step number 1. You add the two numbers. Then let me just show all the questions so that you can actually see where I'm coming from. Okay, so we are saying if the signs are the same, what do we do? You add the two numbers. After adding the two numbers, what do? You maintain the sign. Add the two numbers and maintain the sign. Okay, let me try to do it step by step. I will create another question on this example. Let's say we have got plus 10. So we've got +10 + 5. Okay, the steps are very simple. It's a plus and a plus. The signs are the same. What do? You add the two numbers. 10 + 5, we get 15, right? 15, leaving a little bit of space. Then we are saying number 2. What do you do? On number 2, we agreed that you are supposed to maintain the sign. So the sign that is there that you're supposed to maintain is a plus. Okay, let's try another one. Let's say we've got -10 -10 -5. Okay, the signs are the same again. What we do, you add the two numbers, then we get 15. You maintain the sign, which is the -15. I think you can actually see that it's actually easier. Even if they get to a situation, they say 2x. Okay, we are getting to get to that 2x minus, let's say 10x. Okay, what do? You add the two numbers. We say 2x + 10x, we get 12x, okay, 12x. Let's get to this one, 12x. But what do we do with the sign? We maintain the sign. So you should not forget the rule. You maintain the negative sign. So please remember the rule. If signs are what? If signs are the same, let me repeat that. If signs are the same, what do you do? Step number one, what do? You add the two numbers. Number two, you maintain the sign. Okay, let's follow the examples that I've worked here. Plus 2 plus 4, it's 6 plus. You maintain, you put the plus below there. So that is the answer. Then, so this answer becomes very correct. What about minus 2 minus 4? It's minus 6. It's 2 plus 2, we get 2 plus 4, we get 6, and maintain the negative sign, which is a negative. Then the signs are the same, minus and minus. What do? You add the two numbers, you get 3 plus 10. So the answer here must be 13. Okay, the answer must be 13. Okay, but we maintain the sign, so this is very correct again. So I'm taking this one, this correct answer. Then on this one, it's plus, and the plus, the signs are the same as the two numbers. 10, 3 plus 10. What do you get? 3 plus 10, you get 13. Again, this was a technical mistake. So this is a 13. Then we maintain the sign. This becomes what? Very correct. So in this case, you get 2 out of 4. 2 out of 4 in such a case. So it means something went wrong. You need to be very accurate. Okay, accuracy is very critical in this case. So you need to know the rules, and you need also to maintain your accuracy. So that is that. So that's a fair attempt. We just tried on this one. Okay. I think that is very clear, loud and clear. Let me move on to another concept. I'll give you an activity at the end of this, so you must be following. Let's move on to another aspect that I want you to master. Okay, remember it's maths, where I will be highlighting some principles in mathematics. Let me just show everything so that we don't disturb you as we progress. So this is an activity that somebody did, so we'll be marking this after showing you all the concepts. Okay, let me start. Okay, rule number 2. Rule number 2, we are saying we are still adding the directed numbers. Okay, we need to follow the principle. Math is about principles, and those principles, they need to be obeyed for us to get correct answers. Okay, rule number 2. Okay, if signs are what? In this case, signs are different. Okay, we have a minus and a plus. If signs are different, what do we do? Step number 1, or part A. Okay, or just write Roman numeral 1 and Roman numeral 2. Okay, I think that can also help you to understand better. We subtract. If you find that the signs are just different, you just subtract the two numbers. You work in pairs. Now, mathematics, work it in pairs. Then you take the sign of the what? Of the bigger number. Okay, on the sign of the bigger number, let's say we have got minus 5 plus 6. The sign for 6 is the sign that would be on the left. The sign for 5 is the sign that would be on the left. So 5 in this case is a minus. The sign of 6 in this case is a plus. Okay, please take note of that. That can also be very helpful for whatever you're going to do. So let me just do this, and we are going to assess how this student has done the working. Okay, the signs are different. Let's say in terms, let's say they say plus 10 minus 5. Okay, you see the signs are different. There is a plus, there is also a minus there. The signs are already different. What do you do? Step number 1, you subtract the two numbers. The bigger number minus a smaller number. So we're going to say 10 minus 5, we get answer or equal to 5. Then you take the sign of the bigger number. The bigger number in this case is 10, and 10 has a positive sign. That's how you do this one. That would be correct. Let's try another one. Minus 10 plus 2. Okay, let's try this one. The signs are different. The signs are different. Why? There is a minus and a plus. What do? You subtract the first step. So you are going to say the bigger number minus the smaller number. So we are going to say 10 minus 2. Don't worry about the order there. It's actually 8. Okay, the answer becomes what? 8, okay? But we take the sign of the bigger number is 10, then we take minus. So the answer be minus 8. That's very simple, okay? Let's do the last one. At times, whenever the number is like 8, usually the sign is positive. Please, so whenever you find a number without a sign, assume that the sign is the positive sign. Okay, I think that is very clear. Let me give you a last one. 100 minus 2. Okay, it means already there is a positive sign and a minus. Then it means these signs are different. You subtract, you get 9. 8, you take the sign of the bigger number, which is a plus. You can just write 98. Even if you just write 98, the answer will be still fine. Okay, let's assess this work by the student and see how far the answers, how far true are these answers. We say plus, there's 2 minus, this one becomes, the signs are different. There's a plus and a minus, so we, there's a plus there and a minus, so we subtract, then 4 minus 2, then we get 2, then we take the sign of the bigger number, negative, so this is correct, so we give 1 mark for this. Then we try this one minus and a plus, we subtract 4 minus 2, we get 2, take the sign of the bigger number, this is also correct, the number is correct, then we give, you get another mark. Then the signs are different, 10 minus 3, you get what? This time around, you get 7, very correct, then we take the sign of the bigger number, which is 10, then it means that is very correct, then we give you another mark. Then this one is minus 3 plus 10, signs are different, you subtract and take the sign of the bigger number. You subtract and take the sign of the bigger number. You subtract 10 minus 3, then you get 7, then plus. That's very correct. This is what we are expecting. 5, if this is 4 out of 4, that's excellent. We write this is splendid work. Okay, splendid work. Okay, splendid work. So you can actually see that if you are very accurate and you have the rules, you are good to go. There is actually no challenge for that. So that's what you are supposed to do. So you pause the video, listen to it over and over again, and you'll find that your life will be very easy in this case. Okay, let's move on to another concept that I want also to help you understand. We are moving on to multiplication and division. Multiplication and division, and we are calling this rule number 3. Let's see how far this is. Okay, in this case, okay, multiplication and division again with Sir Jef. I think you need to understand the concept. Okay, this is a multiplication and division. Okay, multiplication and division. Let me start with the basic rule number 3. I think the video is loud and clear to you. Okay, so let's start with the rule number 3 that we can actually see the concept behind the multiplications and divisions on all questions that they are going to face. Okay, rule number 3, minus times a minus, the answer is a plus. Okay, you need to sing a song for this one. You need to talk to your praise and compose a song for you. Minus and a minus will give you plus. Okay, minus and a minus will give you plus. So there's actually saying on the notes, minus times a minus equals to plus. Minus divided by a minus equals to plus. So the concept is the same. The concept is the same. Minus times, okay, minus, what do you get? We get a plus. That is very easy. Minus divided by minus, the answer is equal to plus. So either way, so you can actually see that is very easy. Let's see the work problems here by this student and see how far true is this. Okay, minus 1 minus, you say minus in this first case, minus times a minus, you get a plus. That's very correct. 1 times 2, you get 2. That's very correct. That's a mark. That's excellent, splendid work. Then minus times a minus, what do you get? You get a plus. That's very correct. 4 times 10, what do you get? 40. That's excellent. 1 mark again. Then minus times a minus, we get a plus. Then 9 times 10, we get a 90. That's very correct. We get, you get the mark again. This is 3 out of 3. That's what we need in mathematics. Then you say very good. Okay, very good. That's excellent. Okay, let's move on to division and see how far we can do this one. This is the division. I think the student could not find the division sign, so this we are going to use this sign. So this is if you find this sign, the division sign. So minus divided by minus, you get a plus. 10 divided by 1, you get 10. That's very correct. Another mark. Then minus divided by minus, you get a plus. Then that's one. That's a mark again. 40 divided by 10. That's a 4. That's very correct. That's another mark for this student. This is an excellent student. Effort pays. Minus divided by minus, we get a plus. 90 divided by 2, we get 45. That's another. That's excellent. Then that is 3 out of 30. That's what I'm expecting you to understand. These principles, we are going to be using them. That's rule number 4 with SJM. Okay, I think that's very clear to you. Let me clear my screen as we move on to the last slide as we discuss the concepts in mathematics. You should not worry, maths is the easiest. It's the easiest. Excuse me. Is the easiest of your subject. That's the easiest. So I think we are moving again to multiplication and division, and we are using the last rule that we are going to take advantage of. Okay, let me show you the work also by this student and see how far through it is. Okay, and see how far through it is. Again, we are on another rule where we want also you to understand maths is the easiest. Never have this phobia for mathematics. You will see that as you continue with Sir Jef, that will be wonderful. That will be wonderful. That will be wonderful. You see, that's my food. I eat maths. I eat maths. Minus, okay, minus times plus, okay, is equal to minus. Let me write it here. Minus, okay, multiplied by plus. The answer is equal to minus. Find Jef praise again to compose a song for you. It will be easy for you, even if they change. The order doesn't matter. Plus times minus, the answer is equal to minus. It doesn't change. The order doesn't matter in mathematics. Okay. Why are we saying the order doesn't matter? 2 times what? 3. What do you get? You get 6. What about 3 times what? Times 2. You get what? 6. So even if they change the order, don't worry. Sir Jef has told you that the order doesn't matter here. Okay. Let's move on to another one. There it's plus, okay, on division, plus, okay, divided by minus. The answer still is minus. The work was organized, right? Even if the order doesn't matter, if it's minus, okay, the order doesn't matter. If it's minus, we divide it again by a plus. The order doesn't matter in this case. The answer still is a minus. Okay, let's see how far this student has gone in terms of multiplying this. All the Form 1, please, you need to subscribe to this channel. You will be an excellent student, yes, an excellent student maths. You see, okay, let me mark this work. We are getting to this minus. Okay, that's a plus. We are starting with a plus. Plus times a minus. The answer is minus. That's an excellent student. Excellent, excellent. Okay, there is 1 plus 1 multiplied by 2. We get a 2. That's excellent. That's 2 marks. I'll give you 2 marks for this one. Excellent. Minus multiplied by a plus. The answer still is minus 1 mark. Then 4 times 10 is equal to 40. I'll give you 2 marks. If you get this one correct, Sir Jef will award you for remembering the rules. Minus, oh, there is no sign here. All right, I remember. If there's no sign, what do you do? You assume that the sign that will be there is a positive sign. Okay, so we are saying minus times plus, we get a minus. Okay, that's very correct. 9 times 10, you get 90. You get 2 marks for doing this. I'll give you 6 out of 6. That's excellent. Then I'll write this is superb. Okay, this is superb. Okay, I'll give you a star. Okay, remember we are just coming from, okay, you need stars. Okay, that's excellent. Let's move on to this one, this division. That's simple. Minus, it's a plus divided by minus. The answer is equal to minus. 10 divided by 2. The answer is equal to what? It's equal to 5. That's excellent. I'll give you 2 marks. for remembering this. Minus divided by plus, the answer is minus. I'll give you 1 mark. 20 divided by 4, I give you what? I give you another mark. This is 2 marks. That's excellent. Then minus divided, there's no sign. Okay, I remember, if there's no sign, we assume that the sign that is there is a positive sign. So minus divided by plus, the answer is still is minus. 30 divided by 5, the answer is equal to 6. That's excellent. I will give you another mark, another star. That will be a star. You need to subscribe to this channel and learn directed numbers with Sir Jef. I think that is very loud and clear, and I've made your life very easy in this case. Okay, let's move on to activity. Okay, I always give my students work to do so that they see how far they are understanding my concept. Okay, what you need to do, you need to do your task number 1. Task number 1, you do all these questions. Okay, no laziness. We don't tolerate laziness in mathematics. If you're lazy, then you are not supposed to be part of our maths class. Okay, you're supposed to attempt all these questions, applying all the rules that we have been discussing today. But let me give you a clue. Maybe I didn't show you how to compute such questions where we have got more than 1 numbers. Okay, we have got more than 1 number. Okay, what do? Mathematics is an exciting subject. If it was boring to you, I think you need to join this class and you see maths. It's very exciting. Let me give you an example. Minus 10 plus 2 minus 5. Okay. What we do in maths, we work maths in pairs. We work maths in what? In pairs. Minus 10 plus 2, we get what? We get minus 8. Okay. We take down 5. Minus, and the minus we add, we get what? We get 13 and maintain the sign. That's how we do it. So you work in pairs in mathematics. Work 2 and 2. Okay, let's say it was minus 10 plus 2 minus 5 minus 6. What would you work the first 2? Okay, work the first 2, we get minus 8. Work the other, it's minus 5 minus this one, we get minus 11. You see how we do it? We get the first, okay, we get what? 19 minus. That's how we do it in maths. That's how we do it. You see? So that's your task. Please, you upload my work in Google Class. Okay, make sure you upload my work in the Google Class and you'll be good to go. And I know we are moving on to our next topic where we need also to be solving some difficult problems, but to make it easy. Say, Jef, life will be easy. Your life will be very easy. Task number 2, maths is not for lazy people. So never be lazy and you want to pass mathematics. It cannot be possible. So you need to be working hard. You need to be working what? That's another task that you're supposed to work and submit. If you cannot, you don't have a stylus pen, what you're supposed to do, you just write your maths in your book, then you upload the picture, you send the picture. Okay, that is that with Sir Jef. Remember to subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching SJM videos. Remember to subscribe, please. Remember to subscribe. That's Sir Jef signing up. Thank you so much. Wish you all the best in our next presentation where we will be unearthing different concepts that will be very critical in mathematics. Remember, maths is easy. Maths is the easiest subject that you can find in this world. It's straightforward, simple and straightforward, and your life